I want to share with you today a poem by John Updike called 7 Stanzas at Easter, and how this poem convicted me as a pastor to think about the resurrection. I'm Pastor Jacob, and I use my seminary training and local church experience to present the gospel online so that you can grow in your faith no matter where in the world you find yourself. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button. It's free. Make no mistake, if he rose at all, it was as his body. If the cell's dissolution did not reverse and the molecules reknit, the amino acids rekindle, the church will fall. It was not as the flowers, each soft spring recurrent. It was not as his spirit in the mouths and fuddled eyes of the 11 apostles. It was as his flesh, ours. The same hinged thumbs and toes, the same valved heart that pierced, died, and withered, paused, and then regathered, and out of enduring might, new strength enclosed. Let us not mock God with metaphor, analogy, sidestepping, transcendence, making of the event a parable, a sign painted in the faded credulity of earlier ages. Let us walk through that door. The stone is rolled back. Not papier-mâché, not a stone in a story, but the vast rock of materiality that in slow grinding of time will eclipse for each of us that wide light of day. And if we have an angel at the tomb, make it a real angel, weighty with Max Planck's quanta, vivid with hair, opaque in the dawn light, robed in real linen, spun on a definite loom. Let us not seek to make it less monstrous, for our own convenience or our own sense of beauty, lest awakened in one unthinkable hour, we are embarrassed by the miracle and crushed by remonstrance. And what that convicts within me is the sometimes desire to look at the story of Easter in metaphor, in understanding the richness of the lessons that can be gleaned in nuance of what it means to get back up. And that we in our daily lives, when we face these little trials and that these things that knock us down, that the Easter message for us is to get back up and to keep going, to keep fighting, to keep striving to be a better person tomorrow than we were yesterday. I like to try and use that image for Easter. But if I do just that, if I leave the Easter message there in parable, in witness, in literary form to encourage and to inspire, then I miss out on the weight of the event that Christ, God, God's self, became human, bore human flesh, and then got beaten and killed. Not in metaphor, but in flesh. God in flesh was beaten and killed for my sake and for yours. But then the story does not end there. The story does not end when the stone is rolled in front of the tomb, but the stone is rolled away. And Mary came and found the tomb empty. And the implications that has for our lives is that death is defeated that the brokenness of relationship between man and another man, between man and woman, between man and God, that broken relationship is over. And that we have the opportunity to love in the fullness of Christ. The power of the Easter message. To understand the resurrection not just in metaphor, not just in parable, but in reality. The physical resurrection of Christ is where our hope remains. Grace and peace.